Hello and welcome to Let's Share with Chidi. My name is Chidi. Thank you so much for all the comments, the likes, for sharing, and also for subscribing to the channel. I am very grateful. I would like to encourage that all those who have not subscribed yet, look for the bell icon, click subscribe, and let's make our society a better place by some of the things we share, the discussions we raise, so that we can change the narrative for ourselves and also for generations that will come after us. Today's topic is dubbed bad breakups. Bad breakups. And I'm talking about this because until recently, I never knew this particular incident could get so close to me. I always read some of these things in the news and it seemed very far away from me, but when it happened to someone very close to me, I realized that this is something that is gradually it's happening. It's being rampant. It's being rampant, and it's scary, and it's something that we need to discuss, especially for we men. Okay, so some few days back, I called a friend of mine and just to check up on her, as I do every now and then, because I had seen a post by her. So I called her, how are you doing, and all that. And then she goes ahead to share with me how she was in the hospital and she was there because of her younger sister who had experienced an acid attack by her quote-unquote boyfriend of some sort, who she told she wouldn't be able to date again. And now I find this is close to me because on two occasions she reached out to me to take this particular girl in question to school, to drop her off at school for her, because she was engaged in some other activities that wouldn't warrant her to take her kid sister to school. So being a big brother, I just took her to school on two occasions. We engaged, I advised her, dropped her at school, made sure she was okay before I left. So this young girl is someone I know personally. I've had personal encounters with, and she accords me the respect of a big brother and all that. So for me to hear that she went to visit her boyfriend, told the guy that I am no more interested in the relationship, and for that reason I would like us to go our separate ways, only for her to step out, this guy runs after her and then pours acid on her face. Luckily, it didn't do any damage to the eye, but part of the face was damaged and all that. She's still at the hospital as I speak, and she's still receiving treatment. But then it got me thinking, this seems to become a very growing thing. I don't even know how to put my words together, because the whole issue is very annoying, and I don't understand how in this day and age, just because a lady says I don't want you anymore, or a man says I don't want you anymore, I don't believe that I don't want to continue with this relationship, gives you the right to go attack the person, inflict wounds on the person, beat the person up, assault verbally, or whatever form it takes. I believe it is just wrong. It is absolutely wrong. Talk more of pouring acid on the face of a young lady like my friend's younger sister. So the thing got to me so bad, and I just want to say it is not right. You see, we have gradually built this mindset where once you are dating someone, it means you have to end with the person, you have to be married to the person, you have to, it's the person through and through. No. And also that is happening because we are twisting the whole dating word and making it into something more or less like marriage without rings. That is how I will put it. We are giving people what we shouldn't be giving them during the dating stage. We are opening up ourselves to the extreme during the dating stage. We are doing all kinds of things that people who date should not be doing. And I believe these are some of the reasons that have generated that sense of entitlement, where a man feels so entitled to the point when the lady says, I don't want to do this anymore. You go attack them, stab them, pour acid on their face, beat them up and all that, whereas you are not married to the person. And I just don't get why it should be so. Or a man tells a lady, I don't want to do this anymore, and she goes ask guys to go beat him up and all that. It so doesn't make sense to me. You see, I believe relationship, boyfriend girlfriend stage is to help you understand, get to know the person better. And if for any reason at all the person feels that no, I don't want you because this that doesn't check it for me, it doesn't, I can't tick this on my checklist, or it doesn't correspond to some of the things that I want in a man or a woman, therefore you go your way, let me go my way, it's wrong. I don't see how that is wrong, because it's causing us a lot of issues these days. There was a story of a policeman who shot a lady, killed her. For what reason? Because she went out and didn't come early, or whatever the story is. I'm not even interested in whatever the story is. But the bottom line is, once the person says, I don't want you anymore, yes, it hurts. It definitely hurts. I wouldn't dispute that it hurts. However, that should not give you the warrant to go attack such a person, to pour acid on their face, to inflict wounds, to hurt them, or even in the extreme cases to cause their death, to kill them. It doesn't make sense. I don't want you. There's this preaching I heard some time ago where it made mention of the fact that even at the point of marriage, at the altar, until you say I do, exchange the rings, ring on the finger, ring on the other person's finger, and you walk away, you have every right to say no, even at the altar, before you say I do. At the point where you enter the church room and you realize that I cannot do this anymore, you have every right to say no and walk out of it, because it's a lifetime journey. And once you enter, there's no going back when it comes to it, except in the case of a divorce, which also has its own issues that you will still have to deal with in a lifetime. Okay, so how much more boyfriend girlfriend relationship stage, and because of relationship you go pour acid on a young lady's face? And this particular issue I'm talking about was just recent, because about a year ago, I used to drop her off at school in one of the senior high schools in Accra. I used to drop her off at school, and then she would go to school, make sure she does her studies and everything. And on some occasions when she's done, I think I've picked her from school about 2 occasions, as well as taking her to school on 2 different occasions. So the whole thing is, it's up to this part of my neck. It's annoying, and I feel it is just not right. It is just not right. Let us learn to deal with such matters with some level of maturity. Do not go into a relationship expecting that it should be 100%. Once I am in a relationship with you, then it means I have to get married to you. You go with the intention and the hope that you will end up with the person. However, when you notice things that are not right, you have every right, absolutely every right, to walk out of it. You don't go stuck in there and then inflict such wounds upon yourself just because you feel that the Jesus Christ of love and you cannot do without him, or you cannot do without her. It so doesn't make sense. And please, for those who are inflicting pain and inflicting all kinds of hurting people as a result of they telling you that I don't want to do this relationship again, I mean, be careful, because believe you me, I would encourage whoever feels oppressed by saying that I don't want to be in a relationship to report to the police, because it doesn't make sense for you to attack and hurt someone. And they'll come up with the whole justification of and I've spent money on her, I've spent money on him, as I mentioned earlier, the only reason some of these things are happening is because of that sense of entitlement. I have spent money on her. Who asked you to spend money? It is absolutely your choice to spend money on the person. Nobody has put a gun to your head and asked you, demand money from you to take care of another person. Besides, you, the man, in most cases, you walk up to this lady and then you ask them out, they accept, you start a relationship, everything moves on fine, and for one reason or the other, the lady feels she doesn't want to do it anymore, and therefore you pour acid on their faces. Are you serious? This shouldn't be happening. And for anyone who knows about similar situations, I believe you should report such people to the police. Fortunately or unfortunately for the guy who poured the acid on my sister's friend, he's still on the run, but we are still looking out for him. And the annoying aspect is he bears my first name. He's also a Henry, and I guess that is what is even more irritating. But the bottom line is, why should breakups be so difficult? Why should it end up badly? Why should it be difficult for you to accept the fact that, oh, I cannot do this with you anymore? This journey, because of where the direction of my life, the direction I want to go in life, I don't think you fit in this plan, and therefore I don't want to do this with you anymore. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with this? Nothing. In fact, I would wish you the best. I would wish that you excel in whatever new endeavor you're about to go in, or whoever you want to date or whatever, so that when we meet as friends, I mean, we can still talk, we can still gel. It shouldn't be that bad for you to be able to say, I don't want to do this anymore. In fact, I believe that it is some of these things that translate into marriages where the people are feeling oppressed, but they cannot come out, and they are dying, they are walking dead, they are dying on the daily, just because of how bad they think the end will be. So please, no, I'm saying no to acid attacks on ladies. I'm saying no to acid attacks on any man or anyone who is in a relationship and decides that I don't want to do it anymore. You don't have any right to attack them, to pour acid on them, to inflict any form of wound or hurt on such people. And we should, as a society, desist from this and report anybody who tries to do some of these things. And for that young man who did that to my friend's sister, we are on the lookout for you, and I'll keep on sharing your picture to as many people as I can share it to until we get a hold of you. Thank you very much for spending time once again with me on Let's Share with Chidi. Thank you and have a good day.